Hey everyone, Nick from Nick's Crossing here, and welcome back to another model train adventure here in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. Behind me is the old railroad station for the Cumberland Valley Railroad, eventually taken over by the Pennsylvania Railroad. And then this is actually a live Norfolk Southern track, which you guys will see earlier. I caught a train on this track, and I think there were some Jeeps pulling that. But today, we're not focusing on the real railroad stuff. We're focusing on model and toy train railroading, because today I was invited again to film the Mechanicsburg model train display for Christmas of 2025. And this year's theme is the Polar Express. So I can't wait to check out this layout. One of my good friends worked a lot of hours, and also a lot of volunteers put in a ton of time on this year's special layout. And also in front of me, my buddy is holding up all of our sponsors for this year. So we want to thank Members First, and also FM Berkheimer, and also Tricia Lacey for their contributions to this year's layout. Also, they put in over 480 hours of just work on the layout for this year's special production. So I want to thank everyone before we go in there and check it out for your hard work. And what I've seen from what my friends have been sending me, it just looks amazing. So here we go, everyone. All aboard. Let's go board the Polar Express in Mechanicsburg.
All aboard the Polar Express! Oh, you're right on time. Come on in.
A Polar Express scavenger hunt. See lots of cool things to find on the layout. I always love these because it gets the kids involved, gets the whole family going, trying to look for all the cool items on the layout. And then I believe you win one of these really cool Polar Express tickets, and then they also have candy. So check that out, some of the activities for families to do at the museum layout. So here is the actual Polar Express town right there. Goes over the frozen lake from the movie, goes across a culvert, and then right here you'll see the engine come out. This is actually a helix that goes up to this switch here, goes around the whole town. This is the North Pole right here, and then the engine's going to circle underneath right here and go back through and loop back onto itself. This is like the coolest thing I've ever seen with a holiday layout because of all the animation and thought that went through this helix. It's just super cool. And then also, when we're not in the Polar Express world, which is right here, you can still view the train going up the single helix there. And then up top, we have two other layers of trains. Those are Lion Chief engines going up just around the mountain. But over here you can see the Polar Express going across the frozen lake into the North Pole. In the lower level, we have a town scene that wraps around the whole layout. We've got a South Pole station. It's kind of cool. So you have the North Pole up here, and the South Pole down here. At the Texaco gas station. Really cool looking Dairy Queen. Let me go into our town scene over here. Then here's the backside of the mountain. You guys can see we have the 2 red trains operating up top. And the Polar Express is going across the culvert bridge. And down the helix. Alright guys, so here's the town continued on. Got some like older like ceramic buildings which are great for Christmas time. I love the lights in them. Nice bright lights. And also have some really cool graphics. And this brings you kind of back to like the old classic toy and model train layouts for Christmas time. Love these frozen custard stands. They're beautiful. Then here's a second Polar Express running. This is the freight train. And the outside loop, we're in Pennsylvania, so of course we have a K4 running. Now here's the other side of the Spiral Mountain. And you also cannot miss Flat Top Tunnel. And it's one of my favorite features of this layout and also the movie. It's one of my favorite scenes when they go through the Flat Top Tunnel. Oh, and there it goes, right through. There you go, and there's the lights. Alright guys, you're probably hearing this through the footage earlier, but it's not a model train layout unless you have an air whistle and the little baggage pickup right here. So here we go. side of the spiral. Polar Express is now going through the town. It's going to loop back through the town and then go across the bridge, which there it goes. It's going to go across the little culvert bridge and then enter the downward spiral. And there it goes right there. And then when it exits Flat Top Tunnel, this little light should turn on as well. There you go. In the corner here we have the classic Christmas train layout featuring Lionel's post-war. Got lots of really cool Plasticville buildings in here. Got a nice plywood top here with the green. Got a road bed, Plasticville cars, O-scale, O-gauge accessories. And there's also some activated accessories like this semaphore right here. There you go. You can actually hit the buttons on the layout for that. There's also the hot dog stand. Then on the other side there's the newsstand. In the middle of the everyone, so what did you think of that awesome train layout? And every year it seems to get a little bit better, and they have a lot more sponsors and such that do donate money to the layout, and this year was one of the biggest years they've ever had. So I had a great time, been here for a couple hours filming, and they said they had over 400 plus people in the freight house, which is just amazing. So very happy to see that a great town like this has a community event just like this freight museum, and people are coming out and enjoying the trains. So it really does mean a lot, and also keeps the hobby alive, which is really cool. But again, I want to thank everyone for inviting me out here to film, and also thank you guys, the viewers, for sticking along and watching all the cool model Christmas trains. But anyways, guys, if you're new to the channel and haven't yet, please subscribe, leave a like below, also leave a comment. It really helps out the channel. And I hope to post more content like this throughout our Christmas season. Anyways, guys, Merry Christmas to you all out there. Be safe, stay off the tracks, like I'm way away from these tracks here. If you're rail fanning, stay off the tracks, please. Be safe, guys. Have a Merry Christmas. We'll see you next time. See ya.